Hey guys, what's up everybody? Akasan here. Oh shit, my hair is all fucked up. And today, for the Saturday Soapbox special? I forgot what I was calling it. Let's talk about sacrifices. Sacrifices today. And this is generally, a lot of it is going to be in regards to a lot of what's been going on between been going on with in regards to the video that Ryan posted a couple days ago. I got that message, or I saw that video right when I was about to go to sleep, and this was after I did the reaction to the X-Men Apocalypse trailer, and I was staying up like it was 6 a.m. in the morning because it takes time. Believe it or not, it actually does take time. I don't know about other people that make these type of reactions or whatever, but for me it takes a lot of time. It takes anywhere from 30 to 40 minutes depending upon the intro, the rendering, and the whole process and such. And because of the time difference, it was already late to begin with, and I was finishing up something else I was doing. So it was a 6 a.m. in the morning. I was really forcing myself to try to go to sleep, and I just happened to see this thumbnail from Ryan, and the image looks a little bit disturbing, anyways. I know his last name, so I was a bit concerned, so I clicked on it, and so I watched it, and of course, my concern goes out to him and such, and talk to Tyrone about it, or send a message to Tyrone, talk to his brother Jabby as well, just to make sure that he knew what was going on, because I've been there before. There's been many of times that I've been in that exact same situation, and there's been times where I've actually have recorded videos, and I was about to upload them to my YouTube audience, but I decided just to let sit on it, wait till I sobered up and shit, and see if this video still is gonna stand the test of time. There was a time when my back, if you guys remember, a while back, my back was having the worst problems, and there were just times when I was like breaking down, like mentally inside, and I was about to make a video about how I can't even pick up my kids anymore, and because at that time I was just falling apart. I was a mess, and I thought about making a video like that, but then I just kind of slept it off and decided it wouldn't be the best. It wouldn't be the interest. That wouldn't be the best interest for the channel or what's going on. I figured it's enough to just voice my discomforts in the weekly Wednesday What's Up, and just take it from there, basically. Because it's not gonna help. It's not gonna help. Yeah, I still have back problems. It's not as bad anymore, but you know. Anyways, um, but I guess the main point of the soapbox today for Saturday is that there's just you guys have been asking me my thoughts on this, and uh, what I think about all of this. And like I said, I've been there before, and again, reiterating, my topic here is sacrifice. Uh, that's really what it is. I mean, um, we all, I don't care. Like he'll always be Ryan to me, just like Mr. Crawley will be Tyrone Magnus to me, just like Mr. Marcus and Marcus are gonna be Gator and Cooley to me. Okay, um, we all have. Some of us have alter egos. Some of us still, it's ourselves. It's just heightened abilities. I try to cater this channel, what I'm doing. That's why the channel isn't just developed around the entertaining side of Akasan. There's or the reactor part of Akasan. There's the vlogger Akasan. There's the just chilling like this and shit Akasan. Like, people know. And that's one of the reasons I always had crafted and reiterated the fact that all my reactions are honest, because then I don't have to feel like I need to be a certain character and such. But and I know that costs me a lot, because sometimes people don't want to see the actual truth, or the sort of behind the scenes of how long it takes. I can't do every fucking request that is given to me, because I would be here all day. Just yesterday, I did like I recorded. Yeah, the recording is real easy. I recorded 12 videos in one shot the other day, and I've been up until 3, like just trying to get 6 of those videos out, because it just takes that long. 30 minutes here, 40 minutes here, do 6 or something videos. What is that? So it's sacrifice, and I've talked to many, many, many people of myself. People know. I've mentioned this time and time before, that you guys don't really understand, unless you actually do this on a daily basis, just how much of a sacrifice your channel will, everything everything you have to give up, everything you have to take away, everything you have to say goodbye to, the people you have to say goodbye to, and sometimes the people you have to let go. Um, just 2 weeks ago, exactly 2 weeks ago, I got another reminder um, about my consequences of the big announcement. And, some people didn't even think that the big announcement was a big announcement, but they didn't understand. They don't understand what jumping without a rope is really like. Last week, I was talking to one of my friends who's very I was kind of making it was kind of funny to me, though. We were talking, he's famous and such, huge endorsement deals and all that, right? And we were talking about the big announcement, about how I was jumping without a rope and such, and he said he was like really panicked and scared for me. I'm like, motherfucker, why didn't you put, if you were that worried and concerned about me, why didn't you put me up somewhere when I was sleeping on the floor and shit? Like, come on, dude. I even messaged him. I asked him if he knew of any work or something like that, or places to crash. But anyways, but it's sacrifices. Last 2 weeks ago, it was just a whole nother reminder of what those sacrifices do, and the people you have to let go. Someone was really upset at me because they felt like I treated them like trash, and I let them go. I went to go pursue things with this channel, and let them in the dust, left everybody in the dust, and threw them away like garbage. And my only focus was the channel, which is true. That's exactly, that's exactly what it's all been about, with this jump back to Tokyo, moving from Fukuoka to Tokyo. That my only one concern has been pushing this channel more, and creating more of a career about it. And this is, Ryan actually put that inception into my head almost a year ago, when we first were doing the Reactor Mania, and he asked me if I was trying to make, or he kind of assumed that I was just going to make this channel, make the channel full time. At that time, I wasn't even thinking about that. I was just I thought it was kind of cool that other people liked doing reactions to trailers, because at the time, that's what actual reactors were doing, just doing trailers and talking about TV shows and such. Back in the good old days, before it got out. Well, anyways, but he was just like, "Oh, so you want to really make this full time?" And it was only through Ryan that I actually realized that it was possible to, like, even quit your job, go full time, and really pursue the life of YouTube. And um, so I understand where he's coming from. I understand what having an altered ego or having an on-camera performance will do, especially with YouTube, for your life and for your personal life. The way it really fucks with you, it can fuck with your life. It's a choice you make, but when the hype starts to get real, unlike celebrities, we don't have like TV celebrities or movie celebrities. We don't have publicists. We don't have editors. We don't, we're reading all of those comments, or most of us, or some of us, myself, commenting. It's getting to the point where every time I fucking just try and comment on one of my friends' channels or something, or a channel that I've been a fan of before I was even popular, then I get attacked with abusive, trollish comments and shit. I made a great point the other day where it's like, okay, if I comment supporting a smaller channel, I have no static or no problem. But then if I comment on Tyrone's channel, people accuse me of fishing for subs. It's like, what? How does that even work? How can you fish for subs? How can, if I'm already well known, if people already know me commenting on that channel, then why would it be fishing for subs? It doesn't make sense. Now, if I was on KSI's channel or something like that, maybe that would be fishing for subs. I don't know. Um, but, there's been many times. And oh, so the point I was going to make is there's an article I was reading just the other day about the price of the YouTube fame, and how you can be famous, but you're not money fame. You don't have the money to protect your fame. People will know you very, very well. And I'll try to see if I can find the article. I probably won't, though. You could search for it. About the fact that these YouTubers will get really famous. They'll have over 1 million subscribers, um, and they're still working in a part-time job. They're still working. They're still working a part-time. They're working a full-time job. I have a full-time job, but YouTube is my other full-time job. From the moment I wake up, checking comments, going to work. Usually my work is from, like, today it was 10 to 6, and then I come home and it's just nonstop editing till 3 in the morning. So, um, it's a sacrifice. I finished working right now, and I'm gonna do this video, and then I'm trying to force myself to, like, slap myself awake so I can do the Daredevil reactions, because it's a demand. It's not, yeah, it might be easy just to hit record and do the reaction, but it's still the workload that you have to put in compared to an average YouTuber, um, who only does like one or two sort of videos a week, if that. you know Sometimes people only do like once a month or something like that. I miss those days when I was only doing the big trailers, when people were only doing the big trailers, and that was enough. But the demand has escalated, and so, when demand goes up, so much your supply, so much your supply. Um, and it's frustrating to me because at that time, when things were really rough for me, uh, and I've talked, there are many times I've broken up with women. Some people were like, "Oh, you like women?" But there's been times when I've broken up with girls that because they couldn't deal with the YouTube channel, they couldn't deal with the demand, or when I go out on dates, I saw something interesting about Japan, or I saw something interesting that I thought subs, my fans would like, start recording it. And I remember people would ask me, "Why do you why do you record so much? Why are you recording? You know what?" And then I think you guys can see another video that kind of annoyed me when I was on this private boat yacht and everything. I thought this would be a cool little segment, and I was recording it, and I got called like a camera otaku by my friend, which kind of pissed me off because they just didn't understand the way YouTube works. but at the same time, the price of that YouTube fame isn't compensated by your monetary expenses, because you big YouTubers will still have their regular job and get approached, and those fans will think that they're shooting some sort of skit. And I'm like, no, this is actually my real job, and you have to go find another job, a more private job. I'm in a sense, I'm actually kind of blessed because I lived on my audience is on the other side of the world. 50% of my audience is from America. The other 20% is from England, and then the rest Australia. It's all Western states. So I'm lucky enough that I only get recognized when I go to the main tour areas, the tourist areas, and sometimes when I go see a movie, people come. They know me, and they know me from some of the big trailer reactions. But generally, people kind of chill with me. But it is difficult when you're out with someone and people approach you. But like I said, luckily, my altered ego and myself is pretty much one and the same. It's just turned up when it comes to reaction time or something that is really nice. When my other stuff, like I said, people, if you watch my other stuff, you're pretty you know how familiar I am, or how chill I am, or whatever. Um, but it was frustrating during the relationship time, those relationship situations when I had to sacrifice like one or the other. I'm like, look, I can't live this mediocre type of life, or whatever. You want me to be a standard foreigner teaching English, get married to you, have 1.5 kids or whatever, and get overweight and start an English school or some shit like that. Like, it's not gonna work that way. And if I'm gonna choose, I will choose the channel over that every time. Every time. But it does suck to sometimes get let go of that and go sacrifice these things for your desire, um, for what you feel is the greater thing. And the thing with Ryan and Veronica, that was, in a sense, that was actually somewhat my inspiration, so to speak, because on Instagram, there was actually a photo they posted of both of them editing, and when they went to go visit Tyrone, or Tyrone went either way, both of them were always editing on the computer, doing the stuff, and it was like, you know what? Yeah, for reals, relationship goals. And that kind of sucks. It kind of sucks that that's gone, but it happens. It happens at times. I don't know the details. Don't ask me, but um, um, that was always something that I kept in mind. I was just like, you know what? If there were ever a time, and it was something me and Gabby, Jabby, we're talking about I think 2 weeks ago, is you know, uh, why don't I ever have any of my girls on the channel? And I was like, he agreed with me, or we were just like, dude, nah, you don't put your girlfriend on the channel. Don't put any of your girls on the channel. Better to just get some people in the industry, or actresses, or anybody that's really just looking to be that on the camera, be in the limelight like that, because they're the only ones that's what they want. They want that fame. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, that's the kind of, and if I was ever going to get into a relationship, on-screen camera type of relationship, that's the kind of girl that you're going to need, is someone who wants to be famous, or who wants to be on camera, because the rest of that shit will just fuck you up. Um, and there's more than, Ryan isn't the only person that's going through that kind of stuff. There's other YouTubers that have to deal with that stuff all the time, when your personal and your private gets mixed in. And regrets can be killer sometimes. When I moved from Fukuoka, another person was just telling me how before I started the YouTube channel, I used to go out more. Um, you know, they used to have a lot more fun with me. But there came a time that almost every time it was time to do something, it was like, I gotta stop real quick because this trailer just dropped. Or, sorry, let's stop fucking. Like, I just got a message, like, or after I finished, like, oh shit. And, I get a message from fucking Danny or something like, oh, new trailer just came out. I'm like, fuck! Gotta get up at 3 a.m. in the morning and react to this shit. Because otherwise, you start getting complaints like, why is Akasan always the last one to react and shit? Time difference, bitch. So, sacrifice. And I'm not regretting, I guess, for the most part. I'm not regretting these choices, I think of Kevin Conroy and what he said one time, or what Batman said, and he's like, I'm willing to put my life on the line to do what needs to be done, but it has to just be mine. No one else can be brought into this situation. I'm paraphrasing, but you guys know what I mean. And that's the main reason. That's the main reason I don't really do guests so much in my private life. I used to do it, but overall it was better not to, because it's better to keep it separate. Yeah, sacrifices. That's what it is, and who knows if it'll. I mean, in the words of Paul Heyman, I'm paraphrasing again, but he said something about risk, and you can't be afraid. You have to take risk, and they're not always going to work out, and it's going to feel like shit it's going to feel like shit for the majority of the time before it ever feels like you actually got somewhere. And when it does feel like you achieved something, it almost feels like a half-assed victory, especially with YouTube, especially with monetization and things like that. When you actually, and then once you get up to that point where you feel like you made it or whatever, there's a whole nother world of other stuff to work for and battle for and do things like that, We're almost there for us, Red Dread Nation. 2 weeks in about 2 weeks, we're finally going to be at that point, or at least that next step from the big announcement. I'll finally have my apartment. I'll be building that studio. But even then, it's still more steps and more steps. And like I said, with relationship goals, I didn't come back to Tokyo to think about a relationship, even though people would like to have that relationship with me. That's my one commitment at this point, is just bettering this channel. And that's, I guess, the sacrifice that I feel is right for me. So, and hopefully it's the right choice. But that's something I guess we all, in terms of YouTubers, have to decide, is whether or not it's worth it. And for me, it is, to make those sacrifices. And I certainly hope that Greg, for me, will always be Ryan. Certainly hope that Ryan will be able to work this. I don't think there is I don't think it's that. It's a issue for him and for him to work out, and he felt that working it out through his YouTube channel would probably be the best. Some other YouTubers choose not to. If different things in their family life or relationships start to disappear or whatever, or change, they just choose not to address it, and sooner than later people figure out what happened. Tyrone addressed it when he broke up with Sarah. I'm sure at some point in time I'll have to update you guys on what's going on in my private life, when the time is right for that. But in the meantime, I don't know. I'm losing my train of thought here because I'm tired and I've been talking all day in my private life. And now it's time to do stuff here for the channel. Uh, but I guess I wouldn't have it any other way. Sacrifices. You guys take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the next Saturday rant. And I might not do the You Now thing tonight. I wanted to, but I just realized the Daredevil reactions. I'm gonna do the Daredevil reaction. Hopefully tonight I'll be binging. Hopefully I'll be binging tonight, but I gotta wear headphones, so I just realized that if I do the reactions for the headphones, you're not gonna be able to hear anything. Like, it's gonna be a weird You Now broadcast. But let me think about it. But I figured it's probably not gonna be that entertaining for you if you can't even hear anything at this point. All right, I'm done for today. Talk to you later. Have a good day.